Hello, my fellow gamers, and welcome to our next semi-final matchup where Afridino will be taking on Lotus Moon. We have the Empire versus the Wood Elves. We have all of the Huntsmen, all of them, and a load of Swordsmen as well. Some Knights of the Blazing Sun, Silver, but that's a lot of anti-large, which is a problem because it looks like they've bought a lot of large. Very small elite Wood Elf army against a very heavy infantry heavy, light infantry army here. So guys, if you missed the last week's matchup, go check that out. But you had Even Star versus Showtime deciding who would be in the finals and who would be in the bronze matchup. I can confirm here that Even Star won their matchup and Showtime would be playing for third place. So this one would be deciding who would be going in the finals of Even Star, who would be going in third place with a Showtime. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units of the Huntsmen and the Silver Bullets, the Handgunners Regiment of Renown. We then have 2 units of Spearmen on the flanks, a couple units of Spearmen at the back, front line of Swordsmen, including the Sigma Sun, so the Unbreakable unit. We then have a Bright Wizard who has got the Flaming Sword and Flaming Skull. I wish there was an easy way of doing this. So it's a bit for, there we go. So yeah, the Flaming Shield of Ruin and the Burning Head. We then have a Huntsman, a General leading this force, and 3 units of Knights of the Blazing Sun. I think that covers everything. Yes, it does. What are the Wood Elves up to? No good, I can guarantee you. So we have, hidden in the woods here, 2 Great Stag Knights. At the front here, we've got Glade Riders of Hagbane Tips. Couple units of the Away Watchers, Spellsinger of Life with Regrowth, the Sisters of Twilight on their Fancy Dragon, and hidden back here we have Eternal Guard, 4 units I believe it is, one of them being the Regiment of Renown. So let us start the battle. Now the thing is, if the Wood Elves are going to be like, oh, we're going to be fancy, we're going to hide our infantry at the back and then use this army's going to destroy you. It will absolutely annihilate you. You've got large, anti-large. Like, all of their range is anti-large. And they've got the infantry with shields that can hold. Do the Spearmen have shields? They do, so they've all got shields, so they can absorb the fire that you're going to send their way. But I doubt you're going to be able to survive the fire that's coming from the Huntsmen. But it all depends how the Empire player reacts to all of this. Interesting. I mean, this eagle literally can only scout. They've only got regrowth. They have no offensive spells, which may be a mistake. Because they might have got some nice, like, if they had like Awaken the Wood or something, they could have done some damage on the Swordsman, Spearmen. Maybe the Huntsman try and like do some damage, weaken the number of shots. Where did that cavalry unit? The Glade Riders, they've moved over there. Way Watchers moving into position here. The rest of the forces look like they will be staying put. Typical Wood Elves, really. But this Spellsinger is getting hit quite badly. At least he can heal herself. That's an important thing. But in comes the Way Watchers, going to get those shots. And oh, the Swordsmen are caught out of position. They've not got their shields firing the right way. That's a turn around. Yeah, don't let them get those shots off. They will cause so much damage. Do these guys have Stalk, by the way? I think they do, don't they? Focus position. Stalk, yeah, so they can just disappear. So that all the Empire can do, they can see them. So my thinking would be, focus on all my archers on the Spellsinger, and then the Dragon. The only reason I'm saying that is the Spellsinger keeps getting more close than the Dragon is, so you'll be able to get more shots off. But it looks like the Wood Elves are doing their typical strategy of shoot then hide. But they're being shot back and it's taken some damage on them. Glade Riders have... Wow, how far away did you want to run? Like, there's literally no one in this entire part of the map. That's interesting. Getting some more shots there on the Knights of the Blazing Sun. But yeah, see the Spellsinger, get the Hunts General and all them to shoot at that when it's there. Like, set up an ambush and wait for... Oh, and of course the Silver Bullets have just got a good volley in the face there. But then again, the Sisters of Twilight are half health. And I think that's the Huntsman General doing that. And what's good is these Glade Riders can't do anything while the Knights of the Blazing Sun are protecting the rear. We do have movement finally from the Great Stag Knights. But yeah, the infantry's just having to move forward. But I do worry. I say that. A lot of this is protected by the Cav, so they can afford to do that. And it means they're probably more likely to waste shots in their infantry than they are the more important units. Cavalry for the Wood Elves are moving into position now. But look, the Silver Bullets, a beautiful volley there on the Glade Riders. Took a huge amount of damage off them. These guys haven't moved yet. Of course they haven't. We have, yeah, but look, the Sisters of Twilight taking a real beating there. Yeah, look, now the Huntsmen are getting into position. How's this sneaky strategy going against this? It's not going well. They get a few pot shots off. But the Empire just, they're like, yeah, we've got the numbers. I mean, what were the numbers? Wow. Okay, they outnumbered them like, what? 3-1? And the Sisters, they've only got 1,400 health left. It looks like the Spell Singer's been healing herself, though. Not so much the Sisters, which I'm not sure if they've got their own healing or not. But the Cavalry for the Wood Elves have nowhere to penetrate. They've got nowhere they can get in here. The Empire player being very cautious, being very careful, moving forward when they can, getting those shots off. I mean, the Everwatchers are even taking quite a lot of damage from the Huntsmen now. Taking losses more and more and more, wearing them down. And the thing is, they've got so few numbers that each loss is going to be fair. Sisters, are you aware you're being shot? Like, badly. You've got 1,000 health left. I mean, how many have you killed? 32. Okay, that's not... Slowly falling back to the Eternal Guard. But I get the whole theme. By then, the battle's already got to be decided. You've got the Grey Stags on the flank there. You've got some behind. You've got the Glade Riders there trying to get some shots off. But because they've taken so much damage... Uh-oh. I think that's some healing done. But is it going to be enough? And of course, the Eternal Guard are running away. Why? You get a buff in woods. What are the Wood Elves doing? Like, they literally, it feels like they're just giving them the game at this point. Like, now the Empire can see it, and it's like, yeah, now I've seen, that's pretty much everything you've got. And the Sisters are now getting involved. Right in range of that. Did they just gain 2,000 health? What was that? Oh. Okay. Conjure Destiny. So, okay, that's why he wasn't so worried then. But still, well, over here, the Glade Riders have been pushed back. Great Stags are just getting themselves exhausted, running around in circles. The Eternal Guard are walking away. Well, you probably know how I feel about this. It's 6 minutes in. The Empire player is showing a lot of patience and a lot of carefulness, like being very steady and careful in his advance forwards. I have a great respect for that. Most players would just get so frustrated with this build, but he is just pushing forward. He can probably see he's got the advantage here. Like, this is his game to take, and it's the best out of 5, but getting that first opening game can be so helpful for morale and your thinking process and everything, and put your enemy on the back foot, because then they've got to win a game just to equal the score up. Looks like, yep, they're getting the flaming swords given to them, so their range is going to be buffed now. And, oh, the Eternal Guard have decided to move forward, so the Empire, they're, nah, we're not too worried about this. And then they turn around, psych, in they go, the main battle line drawn. This is where it's all going to matter now. But look, while they're... Oh, nice breath attack on the Spearmen. The Spearmen are cheap for the Empire. They're not too wide. In comes the Cavalry. It looks like the Knights of the Blazing Sun are moving into position. The Huntsmen, though, they're going further out on the Sisters. And look at the damage they're dealing. Oh, what's this coming down? The Flaming Skull? Yes, it is. Over that Eternal Guard. Look at the damage. Pretty much wipes out that entire unit. Huntsmen able to deal with the Great Stark on the flank there. Yeah, they're running, but you know what? It'd be stop. Flaming Skull, stop. Stop with the skull. The Spell Singers got in there, but the Knights of Bane started jumping all over her. Desperate they were to try and stop the Huntsman. The Dragon has finished the Spearman on the flank here, so the Eternal Guard and the Great Stag, and getting a shot into the back of those Swordsmen. Very nice. But we do have the Sigma Suns getting into the mix here. The Huntsman getting the Great Stag. Nice, trying to wipe them out. Silver Bullet, it looks like going for the unit over there. The Spell Singer looks like she's starting to waver now. It has now broken. And they've got all these range units and support Spearman at the back and now. Happily just sat there like, yeah, we'll get there eventually. And it looks like the Wood Elves will break 8 minutes later. And yet the main battle lasted no more than 2 minutes. There we go. That is a win for the Empire. Apart from that one unbreakable unit. Are we going to have to watch this? Nope. They threw in the towel. Much appreciated. We can end there. That is a win for the Empire. Afridino has actually got the first win against Lotus Moon there, with them it's a best out of 5. So guys, what are your thoughts on a Wood Elf build like this and a strategy like this? I mean, could it ever win, or is it just the ultimate like trothing against the other player? I'm not sure, but the Empire did fantastic there, and this build is a great counter to this. Fantastic game there. So guys, that's just the first battle for this best out of 5. Join me tomorrow, where will be the second round, to see if Afridino can get the lead and get a second win under his belt, or will Lotus Moon be out to equal that out. I hope to see you then. Till then, take care.